Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. And the bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago. Click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. Wait, there's more. If you're watching us on the YouTube channel, excellent. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, man. Go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, you can also tweet the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. If you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Man, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody skirt over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat because it seems to be jumping a little bit. Black Diamond checking in early. What's up, Papa? It's top of the morning, gang. PCA, MVP, FGB. I like it, baby. I like it. Although you could go MVPCA. Could do that, Black Diamond. MVPCA. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Sean Wall's in the house at Mickey Ficky TGIF weekend, baby. It is. I am fired up. Mr. Shode, what's up, Papa? Top of the morning to you as well, sir. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Michelle says, yo, Black Diamond salute. Bear down. FGB. Black Diamond Shorty. Bear down, FGB. Oh, man. The freaking Puerto Rican, my man and them. Luis Mejia checking in. Good morning, Papa. Rise and grind, baby. What's good on the wire? That's what he's talking about. Like David says, you're right, my bad. MVPCA. That kid is a freak, dude. That kid is having one hell of a year. I'll tell you what, man. It's something else. That kid is something else. Let me check something out here real quick. No, I did not put that up there. Crazy. You know what? Let's do it this way. You know, I hate doing it this way just because sometimes it comes up on the screen. I just hate that. Yeah. Okay. We got to add some stuff. All right, we're good. We're good with the echo. All right, we had to add some stuff there, and we didn't get a chance to do that earlier. But yeah, let's check it out, baby. Let's check it out. Good stuff. Good stuff. It was the I had some. So what that was I heard the tweet. It was I went to the studio through my phone because I have some pictures that I wanted to upload through the phone. Instead of email them to me, email them to myself, and then taking them, downloading them to the computer, and then adding them into my key. So instead of doing that, I just went to my phone, went into the studio from there, and it's quick. I can tag boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, however many pictures I want, and then add, and they all go up together. But then you get the reverb because you're getting the volume from both. That's what it was. That's why you heard the birds. I was just trying to scare the Cub fans and make them think it was Cardinals. Cardinals or Blue Jays. Oh no, the Blue Jays did a number on the White Sox. Never mind. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about. There is a little bit of news. So, we're going to take a hiatus for 2 weeks. All right. Sports Zone Chicago is going fishing. We'll be back on July 25th, 2 weeks from today. All right. We have a couple of reasons. One, it's just not a lot going on. All right. There's not a lot going on. We can make up bullshit. I'm not gonna just talk bullshit with you to talk bullshit. All right. I'm not going to do that. 2, to give me a break. All right. Give me a 2-week break just to kind of regroup, refocus some things I want to do with Sports Zone Chicago, some changes I want to make. We're going to have getting our swag stuff together. We're going to have a lot of cool shit, dude. I'm telling you. A lot of cool shit. I'm fired up about it. You should be too. Really good stuff coming up. So September or July 25th, which is actually my birthday, will be the next. Well, there'll be shows going on, but they'll just be reruns. All right, we'll be back live July 25th. That is the first day of training camp for the Bears. Okay, so we'll definitely have a lot to talk about at that particular point. Seeing if they sign anyone else. Yeah. Yeah, give me a little R&R, Rashawn, before the season starts, because once it starts, you know it's going to be hectic. It's going to be very hectic. It'll allow me to get some other stuff done these next 2 weeks that'll really benefit me and the family. So that'll be cool. One of the things I wanted to what is this? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, Mr. Shorty, I gave you bad information. My apologies. Okay? My apologies. The printer, here it is. So this is a pronunciation of Deo's name. I'd given you Miss. Yeah, so that's the pronunciation. Zal's coming in talking that ish. 2-week vacation up north, fool? No, I'm not going up north. If anything, I'm going south. I'm going to go southwest or just west. I'm going to go to Michigan. If anything, I got people over in Coloma, Michigan, right around St. Joseph. Spent a day or two over there by the lake, but no, not going up north this time, fool. So Shorty is pronounced Deo Odeyingbo. If you say it quick, Odeyingbo is how you pronounce it. So I apologize. I was giving you the wrong. I was giving you the wrong pronunciation for Deo's name last week. My apologies. King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? I said salute everybody, and Shawn. It's a short A. Shouting at everybody. Shawn, Black Diamond, Michonne, Luis, Rick, FGB, FCM, FAR, LCBC. So for the guys who checked in, King Book World and Rick. Oh no, Rick saw it. Just a FYI. We're going on a little vacay. We're going on take a little break. We'll be back. We're gonna go on 2 weeks. It'll just be reruns for the next 2 weeks here for ShawnSierraSports. And we'll be back live July 25th, which is my birthday, which is the Crosstown. So I'm probably going to go to that game. So after the show, I'll be heading to Sox. So I'll be back. But I'll leave you with reminders. All right? Which is why I tell you, follow me on Facebook. Reach out to me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. All right. Steve and I are going to put together some things. So there'll still be some stuff on YouTube. And but it'll just be, 13 days, 12 days, 10 days left. 10 days till return of ShawnSierraSports. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So just definitely needed a break, bro, guys. And I'll tell you, it's necessary. It's necessary. I mean, I could sit and talk sports all day, but getting guests and all the other stuff. And as I said before, let me take this down. As I said before, right now it's just really a lull time. There's really all we can talk about is the Cubs. And this isn't a Cubs show. It's Sports Zone Chicago. It's all teams. All right. The Cubs are the only team we're talking about. And Sky. They're making improvement, but the White Sox suck. All right. There's no Bulls, no Blackhawks, no Bears. All right. So just it's a good time. It's a good time. Stop it, Steve-O, psycho. A closeted Cub fan. Closeted. Okay. That's funny. The grammar's completely wrong, but okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see what else. Who else checking in? Oh, snap. Shorty says we are pulling our camper to Yellowstone next Thursday for a 2.5 week road trip. That should be fun, man. That should be fun. Live at least checking in. What's up, Mama? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Say happy Friday, y'all. Yeah, so if you saw Levat, I just checked in. So we'll have reruns. So that'll be the last live show for 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today will be the next live show. We'll be back. I just have some stuff I want to do, some updates for the show, for the network, things like that I'm going to get done over the next 2 weeks. Try and make sure that on that day we have the link live for our swag. Yeah. Come home. I am home. And that's the South Side, Papa. I'm home. South Side. Only reason there's only 3 reasons I went up. 4 reasons I went up north. All right. I practiced up north with the Chargers. Went to hang out with Junior. Okay. Spent some time with some female friends up north. And do a little drinky drink every once in a while up north. It's the only reason I go up north. Drinky drink and eats. Good restaurants up there. And then I got on business up there. South Side, baby. South Side's where it's at. That's where it's at, Black Diamond. South Side through and through. South Side! South Side! Hey, hope you guys are going to there's a house music festival this weekend on the South Side. It's on Cermak and Blue Island. Cermak and Ashland. Right by Benito Juarez High School. A good buddy of mine who's been a house music DJ since we were in high school. Gabriel Rican Rodriguez. If you heard of him, Gabriel Rican Rodriguez, good buddy of mine. He's part of the crew that's throwing the big house music festival this weekend. Like I said, it's on Blue Island and Ashland, Cermak and Ashland, right by Juarez High School. And it's also a river too. The Nile's also a river too. Rick knows what's up. See, Bentley, then you got to chime in. See? Thanks, Black Diamond, because then he's going to chime in, then Junior's going to chime in, then Patty's going to chime in, and Mono's going to chime in. I'll go up there for the fruits to enjoy, to pillage. King Bookerwell says, I'm the lone fighting Sox fan in a family of Cub fans, so I got to hear it every day about the season. You know, they all will still get power slammed, grandma included. Oh, man. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But listen, I hope you have stuff planned. And now's the time, guys. Listen, make sure you use this time wisely. If you have a significant other, if you're married, girlfriend, all right, if you're a woman, you have a boyfriend, fiance, husband, whatever. All right, now's the time to spend with them. All right, because sometimes, and this is not the case always, because there's a lot of significant others who do like sports. But this is the time where, because you know how crazy we get during football season. You know how crazy we get. All right, it's football. You got football games on Sunday, football games on Monday, okay, football games on Thursday. If you follow high school, on Friday, Saturday college, all right, Thursday college. You know what I mean? So you got Thursday college, Thursday night football for the NFL. So football is gonna take over our lives, and our significant others know that about it, and they accept it. But now here's where we can really do them a solid. to borrow a phrase from Seinfeld. All right, you can spend a lot of time with them. There's tons of stuff going on. We got the Windy City Smokeout this weekend. All right, the Windy City Smokeout is going on. Listen, I'm not a country music fan, but I worked it a couple years ago, and I will definitely go again. But I'm not going to go so I can get a cabana, which will probably be next year. Thought it'd be this year, but it wasn't. I'll tell you what, it's a fun time. It's the Windy City Smokeout. It's country music, but also barbecue. So they have places from Chicago, from Kansas City, St. Louis, all the places that are pretty well known for their barbecue. They have. It is, and if you're a guy, ain't nothing but Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots is all I gotta say. Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. If you like Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots, Windy City Smokeout is the place to be. It's in the parking lot of the United Center. It's in the north parking lot, so the one directly across from United Center. And what they do is you can go into the United Center to use the bathrooms. If it's really, really hot outside, they'll let you in. The United Center's open. It's air conditioned. They just won't let you upstairs. They have ushers and stuff. King Booker Will said, "Damn it, Shawn, don't tell me that. I already have a fiance and a future ex-wife." Hey, you know what? You said your future wife's Boricua, right? Boricuas, especially and Latinas, they like cowboy stuff. They like cowboy stuff. So you know what? Take her to Alcala's right there on Chicago Avenue. See, I know my spots up north. All right, or take her to La Garra. Take her to the flea market. All right, take her to the flea market on 41st and Ashland. 2nd and Ashland. In there, there's a guy, and he's got a big case. He's got a big thing for cowboy boots, belts, hats, the whole nine. Go get King Booker World. Go get your Puerto Rican girl fiance. Get her a hat, some boots, a matching belt. Get her the Daisy Dukes. Man, you'll be. I'm saying. See, here's how we make up for our absence during football season. That'll buy you mad crazy points, mad cool points if you do that, bro. Mad cool points. No, Luis, it is across. It's in the Chicago. It's at the United Center. It's at the parking lot right across the street from the United Center. So that's where the Windy City Smokeout is. It is a phenomenal event. I'm telling you. When I worked it a couple of years ago, obviously I had backstage access and everything as security. So we got there early. So I looked like, oh, these are cabanas. Like it was in a VIP area. And then I asked someone, I was like, so you get your own server, you have your own bathrooms. So the VIP have nice bathrooms. There's a bathroom service. It's not the little King Booker says she already got the Dukes and the boots. That's awesome, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So they have the bathrooms in the VIP. You got upgraded bathrooms. They're trailers. You can walk up in them and they're air conditioned, and you flush them. It's not just like a porta potty. It's a night, and then they come out and you have water. You have to wash your hands and everything. They have running water in these things. Nice. It is a nice. You get a lot for VIP. You get your own server. It's a 2-level cabana, so you can party underneath and party up on top, and then you're looking right in at the main stage for the act. So good stuff. Highly recommend the Windy City Smokeout for next year. But it's not cheap. On Thursday, the general admission was $80. On Friday, today it's $119. On Saturday, it's $125. But Friday and Saturday and Sundays are all sold out. All sold out. So, but anyway, listen, we'll get to our top of the morning topics. But what we're going to do first, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get to our top of the morning topics. That, my peoples, I can promise you. And we're going to cut the show short a little bit today. It's like school. You know, before you go on break, sometimes you get a half day. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do today. But we still got a lot to talk. I'm not going to leave you hanging. All right, so keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushrooms.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency line.
How long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Okay, is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe. But some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know. I'm scared. I mean,
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Him in. They've not gotten a big hit or a 2-out hit. This would be a good time for Nico to come through.
Up the middle, and it eats up Lee into center field. Swanson around third. Dansby is in. Nico delivers, and it's 1-0.
Previous 6. Ground ball to short. Tough play. Swanson gloves it. Throws to second for 1. Over to first. A double play. What a play by Dansby. A tricky hop. He reacted quickly, then made a very nice backhanded flip to Horner on the
with a double. And now it's Pete Crow Armstrong. This is drilled center field. Bader back some more near the wall. Johnson is gone. Pete Crow Armstrong will touch them all. And the Cubs add on as it is 3-0, number 24 for PCA.
Boy, and that's exactly what the Cubs needed. Cubs need a big.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were the Northsiders, a little up north in Minnesota, taking on the Twinkies. And that was the first of beginning of a day for PCA. But let's get it cracking, baby. You know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
First top of the morning topic. Really, the only sport that was going on yesterday. That was happening. It was crack-a-lacking. Cubs. There you go, baby. Cubs beat the Twinkies 8-1. Colin Ray, he got the win. He's 7-3 on the season. He went 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 punch-outs. PCA, what a day, young man. 3 for 4, a double, his 21st of the season, 2 homers, bringing his total to 25 on the season, 3 RBIs, bringing his total to 70 on the year. Nico Horner was 2 for 4 with an RBI, his 39th. Dansby Swanson, 2 for 5 with a double, his 13th, driving in his 44th run of the year. Listen, kid, look at this. It's pictures from Sports Report. Pete Henry Crow Armstrong is the first Major League Baseball player ever, with 25 homers, 25 stolen bases, and 70 RBIs before the All-Star break. This kid is doing something really, really, really special up on the north side. Up on the north side. Tell you what, you know me, and I think I don't like the Cubs, especially their fans. I think you're all a few chromosomes short of normal. But I will tell you this: I have no problem calling a spade, and this kid is really putting together one hell of a year. One hell of a year for PCA. First Major League Baseball player ever. 25 homers, 25 stolen bases, 70 RBIs before the break. Are you freaking kidding me? 70. Wow. I'm saying King Booker World. King Booker World says, hate to do it, but PCA is the truth. I agree, bro. I agree. Like Diamond, I can't argue this, bro. MVPCA, FGB. MVPCA, man, that is it. Wow. Foster's Cover is checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Said, I'm a Cub fan, been to more Sox games, though. Do you live on the south side? Are you just closer, or what's the deal? What graces you? What graces us Southsiders with your presence? But man, that is, I'm telling you, what this young man is doing is truly, truly, truly special. Truly special. See, Cub fans, go Cubs foe. Go Cubs foe. Anyway, the Cubs travel to the Boogie Down. Take on the Evil Empire tonight. First pitch is at 6:05 Central. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 AM. The Probables For tonight's game for the Northsiders, Chris Flexen's on the bump. He's 5-0 with a 0.083 ERA. Going up against former Chicago White Sox Carlos Rodon. He's 9-6 with a 3.30 ERA. Former White Sox Carlos Rodon. Yes. He was the opening day starter one year. He was one of those guys who just couldn't get run support. Oh yeah, that was funny, Junior. Fly Beagles fly. Fly Beagles fry. Oh, Foster's live in your neighborhood, huh? Oh, okay, Junior. All right. Are you a Taco Burrito King guy also, Foster's? You a TBK guy? So I love me some Taco Burrito King. I might just go up to Junior's just to have TBK. No, actually, I don't have time this weekend. The only team I despise more are the Yankees. I hate watching baseball today. Foster Cover says TBK since they opened. No way. So remember, they opened back in like 96, 97, 98, somewhere in there when I first started with the Chargers and my guy Caesar. He was the other guard. Junior was one guard. Caesar was the other. And my guy Caesar took me to the original spot, which is right there in Belmont and Harlem, right behind that gas station on the northwest corner. And, man, it was literally a shack. I don't even know how the hell the thing stood up, how you locked it at night. It was a shack. And he's like, dude, you'll love the burritos here and everything. Sure enough, I did. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great. Then they just kept feeding people late night. You know how much white people love, that's a predominantly white area. You know how much white people love Mexican food, and they're drunk too. Man, they blew up. And they have like 5 locations now. Man. King Booker knows what's up. He knows what's up too. He says 4 a.m. after the security gig at the club, TBK. That's why I got close to 400 pounds. Damn, dog. I hope you're nowhere near that now. Got to get you working out and shit. Man. But the next top of the morning topic, the White Sox, the good guys from the South Side. All right. The good guys on the South Side, their game was postponed yesterday due to rain. Okay. Postponed due. It was crazy yesterday. That was nuts. Let me do this. It was nuts, man. It was kind of torrential. It was bad. But you know what? It happens, bro. It happens. You know what I mean? So what they did is it's going to be made up as part of a doubleheader today. So we played 2 today over on the South Side. All right, first pitch is at 2:10 for game 1. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. The probables for game 1 today, actually this afternoon for Cleveland, Logan Allen. He's 5-7 with a 4.07 ERA going up against Shane Smith, the White Sox lone representative in the All-Star game, who's 3-7 with a 4.20 ERA. That's game 1. Game 2, first pitch is at 7:10. All right, so you have time. There's going to be a big gap Because if the first game's at 2:10, games are going 2.5 hours now. Hell, even if it goes 3 hours, that's 5:10. You still have 2 hours between game time. I highly doubt they're going to let you go out and come back in. So they're going to keep you trapped there for 2 hours to make sure that they maximize their concessions. Bastards. That's the shirt. It says 400 pounds. That's me if I ate Foster. For Gonzalez says El Burrito Loco and Alsip was the spot after the club. Where was that? El Burrito Loco. Where was that, Rick? 111th. Where was that? King Booker World says nowhere near that anymore. Okay. Oh man, John Ziegler in the house. What's up, John? How you doing, Papa? He said, yo, Shawn. Rick Gonzalez says on 115th. Okay. All right. Yeah, so we used to go to El Gallo de Oro. All right, we used to go to El Gallo de Oro on 63rd and Sacramento. I can't tell you how many fights I saw there. I can't tell you how many times I saw people get thrown through the window there. There's always fights there. Always fights. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Always fights there. And at least 3 times I was in there when someone got thrown through the front windshield, through the front glass, through the front window. At least 3 times. John, what's up, Papa? Says he's doing good, brother. How you feel today, my man? I'm feeling well. That workout was good. That workout today was good. It was nice. This is my first one back because when we talked earlier this week, my ankle was acting stupid. So it got better to the point where I was comfortable going today, and it was good. I feel good. Thanks for checking. Foster Cover says TBK got 8 or 9 locations. Yeah, 8 or 9. Yeah. That's right. I don't know about 8 or 9, but yeah, they had a lot. They got a lot. At least 6. Yeah. Junior says in the 90s, I like Camino de Michoacan on Sheridan and Irving Park. Irving and Sheridan. What was drunk or mine? I had a burrito de asada. Rice, beans, cheese, and sour cream. Rice, beans, cheese, and sour cream. That was it. Rice, beans, cheese, and sour cream. That was it. Yep, that was my order, Rick. You know what? I can't tell you the last time I had a burrito. I really can't. Like an actual burrito. Like I couldn't. Like I've had a Taco Bell one. Don't ask me why. I was starving. It was the only thing around. I had one of those about 3 months ago. But I mean like a burrito, like where you got to pick it up and you got to hold it with both hands. Burrito. I can't tell you the last time I had one because I'm not going to be able to finish it. Real talk, I won't be able to finish it. It just right now it's just too much. And the crazy part is we had guys when we were younger, we had guys who would eat 2 burritos. We used to do crazy shit like we had an order. We go to Burger King, we get a double whopper, fries, onion rings, chicken sandwich, and a pop. That'd be our order. In high school, we could do that. Double whopper with cheese, chicken sandwich, double whopper with cheese, fries, chicken sandwich, onion rings. I agree, Rick. If anyone thinks Taco Bell is Mexican food, slap yourself right now, FGB. Yes, that is not Mexican food. That's late night crap. That's late night hunger. That's late night hungover or drunk food. That's what that is. Oh, okay, Rick. It's been like a year for me. Steak burrito, extra sour cream all day. Dude, I usually get, because I'll bring chips usually most of the time. I say, you know what, give me extra bowl of sour cream. So, and I'll put it on the burrito too. Or because now I just get tacos. I'll get 3 tacos and that's it. And I'll put the sour cream from the bowl they give me that I dip the chips in. I'll put it on from there. But yeah, dude. Rice, beans, cheese, and sour cream. That was my shit. John says, Taco Bell is post-bar. Nothing else is open. I'm ready to go home and regret tomorrow anyway in my 20s food. That's about right. That's about right, man. That's about right. And there was a diner. There was a diner on Armitage. On Irving Park, just west of Ashland. It was dirty ass diner. Beautiful place when you're drunk. Wow. And they had this thing called the Slinger. It's like hash browns, eggs, pancakes, all kinds of shit on one plate. And if you finished it, you got a certificate and they put it up on the wall. So one of our guys, Isaac Green, he played football at Mississippi Valley State. He was our left tackle. Goes in there, finishes it. He's like, whoo. I was like, you good? He goes, yeah, I could probably go for like another half one of those, but I'm good. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Rick, you ain't lying. White Castle, you can always find some crazy people. FGB. Always. Junior says a 3 taco plate, rice and beans. Yeah. That's what mom gets. 3 tacos de asada. She just gets lettuce and tomatoes on there. Yeah. That's funny. That is classic. Well, look what's going on with you Northsiders. You know, I can't stand you mugs. Channel 9. Look what's going on from GN Sports last night. PCA is the 3rd player to have 25 homers and 25 stolen bases before the All-Star game. Barry U.S. Bonds, Eric Davis are the only other 2. First player with 25. I talked about the first player in Major League history with 25 homers, 25 stolen bases, and 70 RBIs before the All-Star game. Dude, you have 70 RBIs. That's a good year. That's a respectable year. He's got it before the All-Star break. PCA and Suzuki are the first Cub teammates with 25-plus home runs before the 95th game. That's a hell of a duo. That is a hell of a duo. Suzuki with the snub. I don't know how the hell they snubbed him. Let me take this down. I don't know how the hell they snubbed Suzuki. Leading the National League in RBIs. He's at 77. Let me double check. I can do that. He was at 77. Cubs stats, Suzuki. Yeah, he's at 77. 77 RBIs. PCA, 70 RBIs. That's damn near 150 RBIs between 2 guys before the All-Star break. Are you freaking kidding me? Before the All-Star break. Man. Mr. Shorty says, El Barrio in Diamond Lake. Best enchiladas ever. Where's Diamond Lake? Is that here or is that out by you now, Shorty? Okay. You know, one of the things that I was talking about, someone gave the Bears a B-. I'll tell you who it was so we can discuss this. ESPN analyst Seth Walder gave the Bears a B- grade for the 2025 offseason, despite a lot of people giving it an A. What he didn't like the acquisition of JonahJackson and Grady Jarrett. He said and this is what's interesting. He said the acquisition of JonahJackson is inexplicable. What? And he criticized the acquisition of the signing of Grady Jarrett as awful value due to the contract size and Jarrett's age and injury history. So if you want to go with the age and injury history, I can see that. But JonahJackson as inexplicable. Hold on, let me get this stuff. Really? Okay. Seth Walder is a sports analytics writer for ESPN. He specializes in using quantitative analysis to cover football and basketball. That's all I need to hear. Quantitative, you're done. And also contributes to the sports betting coverage on ESPN Bet Live, Private Role. No, so that doesn't hold water for me. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Analytic. He said analytic. No, never mind. Sorry. It doesn't hold water. But, he said that the acquisition of JonahJackson was inexplicable. Like, I don't understand how it's inexplicable. Like, I don't understand where that's coming from. Because Detroit Lions. When he was with, here's why I tell you, watch out for these analytics people. JonahJackson made the Pro Bowl in 2021. He was with the Rams. I'm sorry, when he was with the Lions. Okay? He made the Pro Bowl when Ben Johnson, him and Ben Johnson crossed paths. He coached them there. But he was a Pro Bowler with the Detroit Lions. So why, I don't understand the explicable part of bringing a former Pro Bowl offensive guard to a team that needs a guard. Back with his old offensive coordinator. How is that inexplicable? When the Bears needed help in the two guards in the center position, you go get a guard who is a Pro Bowler under the coach that you have now as your head coach. Explain that to me, how that is inexplicable. Doesn't make sense. And again, these are people that telling you, it's something else, boy. People are something else. They'll throw analytics. You mention anything analytics, you're done. You're done with me. You're done with me. You're done. So All right, and he said, awful value due to the contract size and Jarrett's age. Well, Grady Jarrett signed a 3-year, $42.75 million deal. Okay. So he's getting $2 million this year, 2.25 his base salary. How much was guaranteed? Signing bonus was $12 million. Okay. So at signing, he got 27, guaranteed at signing 27.27, $27.25 million. I can see if you say his age, okay? He's 32 this year, he'll be 33 next year, and he'll be 34 in the final season, 2027. But if he's good for 2 years, you cut him and you save a base salary of $11,750,000. And it seems like it's only going to be a 2-year deal. So I don't think it's poor value. I don't think it's poor value at all, especially when this guy is going to, not only is he going to, are we expecting him to perform on the field, but we're also going to see him in a leadership capacity. I love it, Rick. Rick says, never heard of the guy, so I could care less what he said. Already forgot his name. You forgot your signature, bro. Don't do that again. But Shorty says, I got to meet. By the way, I'm in a meeting. I have you muted, but I'm still able to follow this conversation. LOL. Lavette Lee says, Rick, FGB. Shorty's going crazy. Junior says, I hate ESPN reporters. You know, they cover the national news. It's more East Coast thing than anything, and that's a little annoying. You know what I mean? That's a little annoying. East Coast bias. Luis Mejias, I took a quantitative dump on the other day. Oh, man. Where did that come from? This is crazy. Rick says FTTNL, Mr. Shorty. King says he's an analist. And you know what? That's right. That's right, King Booker World. King Booker World said, I'm tired of folks commenting on the team that don't watch. You can't just watch highlights and say, oh, here's the numbers. It's not that. It's not the way you analyze. Shawn says, these so-called analysts don't know shit. I agree. See. My man Nomad checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? He says, get off my lawn, Shawn. Got loose today. Yeah. You guys are on fire today. Oh, you guys are on fire. But listen, let me take a quick break. At the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little Bears. Then we're going to wrap it up. All right? It was a short show today, as I said. In preparation for our 2-week hiatus, 2-week break, just a chance to disconnect, recharge our batteries. All right? So on the other side of the break, we'll get to it. We'll get to some Bears talk. All right, keep it locked right here. ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. You know, I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
You're one of the longest tenured Bears in this locker room, which is crazy at this point in your career, right? What's the different feel with Ben Johnson now as head coach heading into this training camp?
I think really just him setting the tone with how he operates throughout the building and with the guys in the locker room. I feel like for us, we know the standard that he's setting. We know what high-level football looks like, of course, where he's come from, where Dennis Allen has come from, and different things like that. So we're able to see it actually being done and things like that. So I think for us, it's really just listening and taking it all in, and then for us pushing each other. And I feel like it's really going to be up to the players to win. I feel like that's my biggest thing. I don't feel like this is going to be a staff where we can try to blame it on somebody else and things like that. It's going to be real cleared up and cleaned up for us, and we got to go out there and win. So me personally, it's just getting myself ready to play, getting the defense ready to go, getting the team ready so that we can go out there and win on Sunday.
We'll see you on the practice field in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those scoops courtesy of Fox 32. That was Cassie Carlson interviewing Jalen Johnson at his football camp. And I gotta holler at my guys. They did me dirty, man. I need to be at these coaching camps. I need to be one of the coaches in the camps, and most of my guys are at them. And I'm like, you don't pass the word, you gatekeeping? What the hell? Not for the money, just for the access. You know what I mean? Really? Oh, there's a whole bunch of Louis said, I watched an old Cowboys and 49ers championship game with Madden as commentator. The man knew what he was talking about. Yes, he did. Shawn, yeah, don't forget your old pal Ivan over at that network. Yeah. So they're with CHGO now? Oh, okay, good. Good for them. Rick Gonzalez says, can you beat up Mark Carmen as well just because FGB? Oh, they talked major ish about CHGO a few years ago when I used to watch them. It won't last. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, CHGO is trying to absorb competitors. Rick Gonzalez says, JJ is the man. FGB, my favorite bear. Nomad says, smaller channels need to Voltron up. Nomad says, Carmen's cool when you meet him. He just doesn't know anything. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. But interesting what Jalen Johnson said. And I'm not sure what he meant specifically. He says it's not going to be a situation where we can blame anyone anymore. Did he mean you can point fingers, or did he mean we can blame the coaching staff anymore? He says the way they laid it out. He's talking about the way they're installing things and the way that they're teaching things. They make it simple. They're breaking it down. There's no questions to be asked. There's no confusion. Let me not say no questions asked. Let me take that back. He said there's no confusion, basically is what he's saying, the way they laid it out for us. There's no confusion, and we just got to go out there and win. Was he taking a shot at the old regime? I don't know. Seems like it. We can't blame anybody. But it's interesting. Very interesting. 2 weeks. Back on the field. First day of camp. It's going to be fun. You know, I have a feeling. Conversation's still going. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. Oh, man. King Book of World, yes, I agree. The whole ticket ship for training camp was bullshit. That's the last time I tried. You know, and that's the crazy part. And this is why I didn't understand why they didn't continue to have it at Olivet Nazarene. And someone in the inside that I knew that was working for the Bears at the time said that Olivet Nazarene was just not coming through and living up to their expectations or what they had anticipated they were going to get. He said it was always something every year. But it made sense. It made sense. Because now you have X amount of tickets, and here you're isolating your fans. You have X amount of tickets. At Olivet Nazarene, they didn't have a X amount of tickets. Show up, you had that whole college space, You had the hill, right when you walked in. You had a lot of land, a lot of fields, a lot of places for people to stand and watch, or sit and watch. When they moved it back to Hallis Hall, I knew it was going to be a shit show. That was before they built the two fields on the opposite end or other side of the Walter Payton Center. So now they have 5 fields now. 3. The 3 fields right next to Hallis Hall. And then you know the little path you walk to the Payton Dome, and then behind the Payton Center is 2 more fields. There are 2 more fields. And there was a whole lot less room for people because they either hold on the front 3 fields or the back 2 fields. There's not a lot of room back there. And there's nowhere to park. You got to park at the Hawthorne Mall, hop on a bus, and the bus brings you over there. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. And I don't know. I just don't like it at Hallis Hall. I don't. I think it's a more friendly atmosphere when it was at Olivet Nazarene. It was a lot friendlier. But a lot of teams are doing that. They're going back to their own facilities. But it just bothers. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it then. I'm not a fan of it now. Not a fan of it now at all. Because now people are selling tickets, and here's the thing: they'll acquire the tickets. They'll have their whole family, right? You get Saturday, you get Sunday, you get this day, you get that day, you get this day. All right, go. And they'll get tickets and they don't use them. Then they want to sell them. Then they want to sell them. Like, no, I'll sell it to you for $10, $20. Like, what? This shit's free. Just don't like it, man. I just don't. King Booker World says, I refuse to buy any tickets for training camp. Luis says, I remember going to Platteville with the kids. That was a ride. Yeah, Platteville was way up there. I was up 90. That was up. I had to go past Wisconsin Dells for that one. Nomad, you're right. He said you could feel the fan base at Olivet. It was electric. It was. Because the close proximity with which the fan base was literally the string that separated the players and the fans. And the players would come over, they bullshit with you, take a picture with the kids, throw the ball, you know what I mean? Play catch with some of the kids right there. Like they're right there. You reach out and touch them. And in here, it's, I don't know. Rick Gonzalez, everyone's a hustler in 2025. FGB, baby. Luis says, I'm going to try and go this year. Well, don't forget, and then they have the fan fest. I think it's August something. August 2nd, August 3rd, August 4th, somewhere like that. At Soldier Field, which is cool. Tickets are like $5. That's what, you know what? That's cool. That's cool because you got concessions. I don't know how much the parking is. Hopefully I'm going to try and get credentials so I don't have to pay parking. But that's cool when you're at Soldier Field. Nomad says, when Devin Hester was a rookie, Olivet was lit that year. Yeah, Luis says Fan Fest. I'll have to remember that. Take the nephews. Yep. Yep. And then, I mean, they charge you a little more, but it's not a full price. It's not full price. No. It's not some craziness. Let's see. I'm pulling up now. Pre-sale happening. You got to buy them now. You got to get an offer passcode? What? Pre-sale happening now. View sales. On sale to the general public. Bears pre-sale from 10 o'clock to 11 and 11. Okay. So the Bears are selling them. What the fudge crackers? Are you serious? Dude, this is just insane. That's it for enough money, huh? You don't get us for enough money, Bears, huh? Lord have mercy. It's crazy. Wow. Wow. Yeah, they're not I'm not finding it, so it's 11 o'clock is when it's available to the public, apparently. But 10 to 11, you got to have a sales code. Something. What the fudge crackers is that all about? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. We're going to talk about it here. So it's crazy. I don't know how many. How much are tickets? All right, $10. All right, tickets are $10. That's not bad. Yeah. So $10 Luis per person to go check it out and then get accosted by the concession stands because they're gonna be full price. No man, you wouldn't even want early training camp tickets. It's ugly to watch the first couple of weeks. Yeah, especially learning a new offense. New offense, new defense. There are gonna be a lot of mistakes that'll be made. All right, there'll be a lot of mistakes that are made. But I mean, if you just want to get out there and see football, then fine. That's cool. And be careful. With being said, be careful. When you hear if Caleb isn't picking up the offense, this is a big if. Watch how they jump on it. And let me tell you first, from a guy who knows football very, very well. Okay? Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Only some of you guys know what I'm talking about. If Caleb struggles a little bit and is not on point, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh well, he's not on point. He's a bust." Caleb can't pick up the new offense. Really? Louis, hit me up. I got a guy. No, man. I told everyone the same thing Wednesday. Well, you played football. You know football very well. That's why we think alike. That's why we vibe, bro. That's why we Rick Flavor Flav. That was it, baby. I'm telling you, people are gonna write because it's clickbait. People are expecting a big season. The expectations are through the roof. So if Caleb doesn't come out 50 for 50 with 37 touchdowns in camp, they're going to say he's struggling. He's having a problem. Mark my words. Mark my words. July 11th, 2025. Mark my words. What these people are going to say. They're going to come on TV and say, oh, he had a bad day at camp. What are you saying, Junior? Junior says, Shawn had Ike's, my son, up for Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. Hooked you up. Yeah. Got to struggle pre-greatness. Yes, you do. So watch the people on the different networks saying the Bears are struggling if they don't come out and look like 10-year vets. Everyone looks like they've been an assistant for 3 to 4 or 5 years. Watch how quickly the networks flip. They'll do it. They'll do it. Oh, okay. Yes. Junior said, Shawn hooked my son up for Christmas. I got a covert Bears jersey. Yeah, Luis. Yeah, I got a guy. So I think they're going to do well. No, man. Football short bus people. Yeah. I think they're going to do well. They might struggle early. But I'm telling you, there's going to be a point where we see, there's going to be no question, we see it click. We're going to see it. Now, Caleb has to do a really good job. And from all accounts, he has been. All right? First guy in at Hallis Hall. One of the last guys to leave. That's excellent. Okay? Are his receivers doing the same? Hope so. Is he getting chemistry with them? Is he working on his ball fake? You saw the clip on social media. He was at the park and he was working on ball fakes. That's going to be paramount for him. It's going to be paramount for him. They talked about it on Wednesday. Why? Everything with football, everything goes hand in hand, interlocks like a glove. Okay, because once you have that run game that we have, we upgraded the offensive line. So now we're going to have a much more potent run game initially. But the thing is, you're going to run the ball on 4th down sometimes. It might be 4th and 2, a long 2, short 3, and they're going to run it. And you know what that does? That gets on tape. And then teams that follow them watch these tapes and they say, okay, listen, they're coming. They're not afraid to run the ball. So when Caleb goes to stick the ball in the running back's belly, guess what the linebackers have to do? The linebackers have to come downhill like it's a run. Because I've seen on film, they'll run it. Now, whether they get it or not is not the issue. Now, whether on film, the Bears are successful in their 4th down attempts, if it's 2 yards or more, is not the issue. The issue is that they run it on 4th and 2 or more. Because that changes the dynamic for the linebackers. The linebackers can't just bail out to drop for the receivers that are going out. They have to come down and respect the run, which opens up the area behind them, which is why Caleb becomes a master at ball fake, at play action. If he does that, wow. You got Cole Kmet, you have Colston Loveland, you have DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, you have DJ Moore, you have Roma Dunze with slants behind those linebackers. They have to come downhill. They have to. They have to. When you see a team go for it on 4th down and they run it, God forbid they become successful a couple times on 4th down. Whew, what are you going to do now? Now you're stuck. So this is the type of, this is what I'm telling you, what football people will tell you. You listen to people like me, listen to people like No Man, listen to people who know the game, not just quantitative analysts. Because this is what I want you to watch. I want you to watch Caleb in his fakes. I want you to watch if he puts the ball in the belly of the running back and then pull it out. All right? Caleb's pull-out game got to be strong. Caleb's pull-out game got to be strong, baby. Got to get in there, pull it out. And I'm telling you, the longer, here's the best way. The longer that ball is in the belly of the running back, the better it is for Caleb. The better it is. Rick, you're a fool. Cochino FGB. No hat. No babies, Caleb. Got to get out early. The longer the ball is in the belly of the running back, the better it is for Caleb, because that tells a linebacker, I have to come downhill now. It's a run. Luis Mejia, I had a bad pullout game, wound up with 3 kids. Boricua! Luis Mejia, my freaking Puerto Rican in the house, baby. But this is what I'm telling you. This is why. All right? This is what I'm excited about. These are the things you need to watch. Real fans or people who know the game, watch these things, because this is going to tell you how it's going to play out. The success of this offense is going to be in Caleb's play fakes. Because we're going to run the ball. We are going to run the ball. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Bears are going to run the God-blessed football. Everything is built off of that run. Everything. And if we become successful, we could gel sooner. If we become successful with the run, and Caleb does a great job of keeping the ball in the belly of the running back as long as possible with his back to the defense, linebackers have no choice but to fill, widening the gap between them and the safeties who are dropping back as the play's going on. Or if they're, and here's another part. If they don't drop back and the safeties want to get up because we're gashing them, and the safeties want to come up for run support, here's where Luther Burden goes behind them. Here's where Roma Dunze, here's where DJ Moore is able to get behind them, because you're thinking run. Yes, Rick Gonzalez. Yes, small details matter. FGB. I told you. JJ Wright, my coaching colleague, said when you take care of all the little things, there are no big things. If you take care of the little things, there are no big things. Little thing, keep the ball in the belly of the running back as long as possible, which means you got to hustle your ass back, Caleb. You can't just go half-ass it back and maybe right at the line have the ball there and pull it on. You got to get it back, and you got to ride him. No diddy. You got to ride that running back and then pull it out. Any guys played linebacker here in the thread in the chat? And you guys play linebacker? If anyone has, you know what I'm talking about. You know what a pain in the ass that is when that quarterback has his back to you and has the ball in the belly of the running back, deep in the backfield, because he hurries his ass back there. You remember Peyton Manning? Peyton would run outside zone to Edgerrin James. He'd get it. He'd get out. He'd have the ball out there. Peyton Manning, his slow ass self, would do that. Pull, pop up, boom. Nomad says Sean's describing why Caleb has to sell the fake until the linebackers buy it. Yes. And the longer you hold that ball in the belly of the running back, they are buying it quicker. Because you're going to hold it in the belly of the running back once for 1, 2, 3 steps, and then boom, let them take it. Same thing. Get it back again. Hold it, ride them, let them take it. Hold them, ride it. No diddy. Let them take it. Hold them, ride, pull. Now the linebackers are sucked up, and now the area to throw is much, much greater. Watch these things in practice. If you get to training camp, watch these things. That is going to tell you, that alone is going to tell you how soon this is going to click. So I don't think Caleb's going to have a problem hitting the open receivers. I hope not. I hope not, because there are going to be some receivers coming across. He had an issue last year with missing some receivers. Hopefully he's going to be better, because there's going to be a lot of receivers open. With the run game that we have, or the anticipated run game that we're going to have, and everything coming off the run game, there'll be a lot of people running wide open. Having people in trail technique. That's what I said, Nomad. It'll explode his passing attack once he buys into that little detail. I said the other day, he could go 14 for 21 for 350 yards. You'd be like, how? Because he hit a guy, he faked, hit DJ Moore behind the guy for a slant at 12 yards. DJ ran another 35. No touchdown, just 35 yards. That's 47 yards on a slant. 47 yards on a slant. That's possible. I told you, we have yak monsters. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, Colston Loveland. Even Cole Kmet is a decent yak guy. But these guys are yak. This is why it's going to be fun. This is why that little detail, remember, you take care of the little things, there are no big things. Take care of that detail and watch how much easier it is to find your receivers. Watch how much easier it is for you to hit guys wide open. How much easier it is to find guys who aren't being covered because the linebackers who should be covering guys are coming downhill on your play fake. These are things. This is what I want to look at in camp. In addition to your line. But, what are you going to do? I'm still a little annoyed by the number 4 offensive line in the NFL preseason before they played a snap together. All 3 of the interior 3. Still don't know who the left tackle is. Yeah. King Book of World. He says Swift about to put a lot of doubt to bed. DeAndre Swift had 950-something yards last year with a shitty offensive line. He almost had 1,000 yards last year with that crap offensive line. Running up the middle of the field between the tackles. Not all of it, but a lot more than I thought he would. I think Swift's going to have a great year. Great year. I think he's going to be the breakout player on offense. We might have a couple breakout players on offense. I see him and maybe Odunze because, I told you how I think Caleb feels about DJ. His guy is Rome. This could be a Rome breakout year. But I don't want DJ's numbers to suffer either because DJ's a stud. But I digress. Don't be surprised if DeAndre Swift comes out with 1,200 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, my guy, the breakout years, is Tyreek Stevenson. After being clowned last year and doing all that nonsense, acting a fool, being one of the main reasons we lost the Washington game, which snowballed into a shitload of losses. I think he comes back. Oh, Kingbo, you said 1,400 yards. Okay. Only reason I don't say 1,400, I think they're going to get Kyle Monangai a lot of carries. That's the only reason I don't say 14. If they didn't have another one, because I think Kyle Monangai is going to be that dude. He is not easy to bring down. You don't lead the Big Ten in rushing one year, then the next year you're second in the Big Ten in rushing and not know how to run the God-blessed ball. I can see that, 650. That'll put us at 1,800 to 1,900 yards between the two running backs if DeAndre Swift gets 1,200 plus. That'll put us between 1,800 and 1,900 yards. You got a 1,900-yard rusher. Eagles had a 2,000-yard rusher. This is where Caleb needs to be. This is why I tell you. This is exactly why. Remember I told you this? Remember I told you this, and I keep bringing it up. Jalen Hurts only had 2,903 yards passing. Why? Because he had a 2,000-yard rusher. If we get 2,000 or close, 1,900 yards on the ground, and Caleb puts up 3,000 or more yards, we're winning a lot of ball games. We're winning a lot of ball games. We're winning a lot of ball games. Shorty's going to come out talking undefeated and shit. You know how crazy Shorty gets. This is why you listen to people like us, like me, like Nomad. People who play the game, people who understand the game, people who know how things go. Tell you what to watch for. Tell you why. Because we're speaking from experience. I got over 45 seasons of football in me. I played 30 and I coached for 16 or 17. Talking 47 different seasons of football in me. I will not lead you astray. I will not lead you astray. This is why I'm excited. And I know Rick's gonna get mad, but wait till next year. Wait till next year when they don't have to learn a new offense. And see how crazy it gets. Because next year, that offensive line is not going to have to gel. They'll be there. Which means that running game is going to be intact. That running game is going to be deadly. Which means it's only going to help Caleb. I'm here this year. I'm here. I'm all for 2025. All right? You know how it is. You know, you get in line, you just kind of look over. I want to see the line. Okay. All right, cool. Get back in. That's all I'm doing for 2026. I'm just like, all right, Caleb doesn't have to learn a new offense. Rome doesn't have to learn a new offense. DJ doesn't have to learn a new offense. Kyle Monangai, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet, Colson Lovin doesn't have to learn a new offense. This offensive liner, the same offensive line, same scheme. Okay, cool. That's all I'm doing for 2026. I'm all with you. I'm all here in 2025. Okay? I'm all here. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Rick says, F 2026. The time is now, FGB. We ain't going to the Super Bowl this year, Rick. I highly doubt we're going to the Super Bowl. But this is going to be the year that we build a foundation. We build a foundation for an annual run to the NFC title game. This is the year. This is the foundational year. And if we get our offensive line gets anywhere near what they predicted as number 4, you better watch the hell out. you better watch the hell out everybody. We know what Caleb can do. Caleb has to understand. Listen, I talked to you about it last time. Caleb's got to be like Jim McMahon. Remember, people forget Jim McMahon broke all kinds of college passing records at BYU. He came to the Bears. He didn't have to do that. He had the run game. But we saw him sling it downfield. Dennis McKinnon, Willie Gault, Emory Moorhead. We saw him do that when the time was right. Willie Gault in a Thursday night game. When Jim McMahon was sick, he came in because we're losing. Walter Payton picks up the blitzer. Jim McMahon stumbles, drops back, hits Willie Gault for the touchdown, first play. Jim McMahon could air that sucker out. So can Caleb. But Caleb has to play in the system, under control. There's going to be times in the game where you can act crazy and become Superman. There are times. There'll be those times. But if you stay structured, take the singles and the doubles, you get 3 or 4 singles and doubles in an inning, that's a nice inning. You get 3 or 4 singles, all of a sudden, you get a quick slant for 8. You get a curl for 12. Get an in for 20. All of a sudden, you're moving the ball on the field. The mentality of Caleb has to be one of discipline and structure. Take the big play when they give it to you, but beat the hell out of them. Here's the thing. You got to you have to be a body puncher. This is what running the ball does, and this is what the short passing game does. Those are body blows. Those are body blows. And Caleb has to be okay with that. And according to his head coach, he is okay with that. He is okay with that. Because there's going to be times when they say, all right, you know what, watch that safety. He's been creeping up. Watch that, you know what, because they're in his head. Hey, watch the safety. He's been creeping up on this type of situation, down distance, this area. Boom, now you look deep. Man, we're going to end the show here just so I can get a little head start going to get the Warden. Just want to let you guys know, just to remind you, all right, we'll be back July 25th, my birthday. Day of the Crosstown Classic on the South Side. We'll be back. We're going to be off until then. 2 weeks from today, we'll be back live. Okay, there'll be reruns next Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the following Monday, Wednesday. All right, I want to get some housekeeping things done. I want to get our swag shop up so when I come back, you guys will be able to get some swag. All right. And just kind of get things in order here at Sports Zone Chicago for the football season. Got to get my tickets to go to Vegas, my tickets to go to San Francisco. So we'll be back live. And just a break, man. Just a break. All right? Just a break. I need a break. There's not a lot to talk about right now. What are we going to talk about? Cubs? Sox? God, no. Sky? All right? So, 2-week break. We'll be back. And like I said, me and Steve-O, we'll put stuff up, 10 days before the return of ShawnSierraSports. 9 days, 8 days. We'll have a countdown, and we'll do that just to keep you. Might even do a little video of it. Yeah. Rick Gonzalez says, coming back to work on a Friday like a true vato. Enjoy your break at FGB. Always FGB, man. Always. FG Mickey F Mickey Ficky GB. Motherfucking Green Bay. Deserved. Yeah, I'll take it, man. I will take it. Go Sox, go. Unlike go Cubs, foe. I know you did that one on purpose, Junior. But listen, it's gonna be fun. This Bears season is gonna be fun. As I said, we're gonna watch them grow, watch them develop, and that's part of the allure of fandom is watching your team grow. Why do you think we love the Bulls so much? We saw them get past Detroit. We saw them grow. We saw Scotty from a skinny Mother Hubbard. All right, moving to hitting the weight room. Him and Horace getting bigger, getting stronger, getting more confidence. We saw that maturation process with the Bulls in the 90s to become what they became. We saw the Blackhawks when they drafted Kane and Taves and all those youngsters, Bufflin, Sharp. We saw them grow, develop. We saw Patrick Kane go from a small little skinny, scrawny little dude. He's still small, but now he put some meat on his bones. We saw him become the NHL MVP. We saw them win 3 Stanley Cups. That's what I'm talking about. It's the process that we're watching, and that's what endears them to us. And now, I mean, they're already our people. They're already our players. We know that, like our kids are. But man, when we see them do this and get to those heights, something else. Something else. You gotta love the process as much as the prize. You have to love the process more if you're a player. But as a fan, you got to enjoy the process till we get to the prize. It's a story. It's about to look us forever, Holmes. But anyway, guys, have a phenomenal day. If you're in the Shy, man, tons of stuff going on this weekend. Make sure you get out there, make some plans with your friends, family, friends, loved ones, okay? With your compadres, with your peoples, okay? I'm telling you, there's this Windy City Smokeout this weekend. There's a house festival Saturday and Sunday. All right, rooftops, patios, pools, a whole bunch of stuff, man. Whole bunch of stuff going on in Chicago, the Chicagoland area. Make friends, make time for your friends. I tell you, let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Now is the best time. If you're a significant other, listen, make time with them, because we're going to be crazy during football season, especially if they don't like sports and football. Right? Now's the time. Take them to the House Music Festival this weekend. Take them to the Windy City Smokeout. Do what you got to do. Make time for them now, so football season you get a little bit of slack. All right? 12:15, Second City Sports with Lakina and Sid. They're going to take you on another 2-hour tour of Chicago sports. Okay, I'm going to replay this at 6 tonight. So if you missed any part of it, you want to go back and check it out, it'll be on at 6 p.m. tonight. All right, I can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, I'm going to enjoy these 2 weeks off. Like I said, I'll probably head to Michigan once or twice. Not up north, fool, Rick. I'm going the other way. Around the lake, around the other side of the lake, the east side of the lake. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right, I love you and I appreciate the support. All right, so for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the Superback, Shawn Sierra. See you guys in 2 weeks. Somos pocos, pero somos locos. Your boy, the Superback, is out.